Just walk away. It's like the Jehovah's Witness that come on Saturdays. It's like, good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning. So try to do it the nice way. I made these little meatballs that worked last night. Doesn't work anymore. I tried cheese, I tried tuna, I tried all the things that he likes. And then it was time to wrestle him. And I can say that he's not really feeling all that sick, because when it comes to wrestling him to get the pill down his throat, I've never interacted a more squirmy dog. I'm covered in dog food, he's covered in dog food. I can just imagine what was going through Luna's head as I'm like wrestling him, and now he's like doesn't trust me at all. There's one part of me that like feels guilty and obviously doesn't want to cause him stress and wrestle him, but like this is his antibiotic, this is important. His immune system is compromised. This is super important for him to get inside his body. I'm not even 100% sure that I got all 4 pieces in there, but I think I got at least 3. I don't know what else to do. He still has 3 more days of this antibiotic and then 2 weeks of the other one. I don't know. I'm running out of ideas. Okay, so I'm going to bathe the dogs and I'm going to attempt to vlog it. It may not be in frame, it may not be focused, it might be a disaster, but I'm going to try it out. The reason why it might be all of those things is because Hugo especially does not like to get bathed, so there's like several steps to tricking him into it and keeping him a part of the progress. So the first step, send the dogs outside. Come on, Hugo. The key is for him not to catch on to what's happening. Also, this camera films only for a certain amount of time before overheating, so I may be able to get 1 bath in, I may be able to get both in, you just never know with this camera. I thought I might reiterate why I bathe them outside, because of course there's going to be someone that isn't going to take the time to watch the vlogs and it's going to be like, why don't you bathe them inside in your like bathroom? Well, for starters, my bathroom has a bathtub. Each of my dogs is 65 pounds. Luna might be a little more than that. So first off, to carry them into the bathtub without me or them getting injured is very difficult. To keep them in the bathtub without me or them getting injured is very difficult. I'm doing it all by myself. It's very, very, very complicated. Luna is a little better with it, but Hugo, like the last time I tried to do it, I did it with a friend helping me, and he literally almost injured himself like 37 times trying to get out of the bathtub, and I'm pretty sure he eventually did jump out of the bathtub, but thankfully we were done with the progress. So yeah, I find that doing it outside is the most safe environment, and I'm all about safety for my dogs. So yes, it does suck that the water is not like super hot, but you'll see I make the bath as quick as possible. The air is off inside, so that's why I'm like getting a little sweaty. It's also Miami, so it's pretty hot outside. I chose, that's why I've been putting it off for so long, because we did get a cold front and I definitely don't want them to catch a chill. So yeah, and I did confirm with his oncologist that it's okay for him to get a bath. Confirmed that with him. So even though his neutrophil count's low, it's still okay. So there's that. So I know there's gonna be some busybodies that are gonna be entering their knowledge where it's not necessary. So the next part is getting all the supplies. We gotta get towels for each dog. And we gotta get their shampoo. Got their shampoo. This is the leash and collar that I use to like tie them up, because literally if I don't, they will run away because they don't like baths. And gloves, because like I've mentioned in other videos, bathing your dog with gloves helps you get into all of those places that you might not want to go with your bare hands, or at least I don't want to go with my bare hands. If you do, that's up to you. So now we go outside with the stuff. So if I were to do, trust me on this, my previous dog did not like baths either. If I were to do this in reverse, take all the stuff outside and then bring the dogs out, literally the dogs would not come. They would not come outside. My previous dog used to hide in my bedroom, which is on the other side of the house. And it appears he might have caught on already. but it's easier to get him over here when he's already outside. So the camera is going to be kind of far away, and that's because they shake a lot, so I'm trying to set it up so that hopefully my camera doesn't get completely soaked when they do shake. Hopefully the picnic table will help shield a little bit of it. I'm going to go further back and then just kind of zoom a little bit. So just so you can get the gist of this whole interaction. You can sort of see him, he's right there. Last thing that goes on is the water because, for obvious reasons. Now he might knock over my camera and this might end all of it, like when he pulls on the picnic table. Here's hoping that doesn't happen. Like I said, stupid glove broke. Awesome. No time to get a new one. This is what happens when you live in a hot climate. Like even though you have air conditioning inside, every time it shuts off, it like destroys stuff like this. That's okay. Alright, let's make this as quick as possible, Hugo. So, like I've mentioned before, I've worked in a vet's office. The key to like reducing the amount that your dog shakes is to not wet their head until the last moment. When their head gets wet, that's where most of their instinct is to shake. And if you grab them on their scruff, it doesn't have to be hard. Just like it helps prevent it a lot too. Not totally, but a good amount. So that's why I didn't wet his head. Boy. Too much because, like, for example, if you were to wash your dog every week, you can start to develop really dry skin. They say you should wash your dog no more than twice a month. Tiniest little bit. Okay, one down. So he's gotten out of frame, but you wanna run hands down, get a lot of the water out. And just Alright, let's see. I got a new pair of gloves. Let's see if we could get this one filmed too. Without my camera overheating. So Luna also has that kind of fur that like it'll dry up. You have to like really wet that undercoat. If not, the water just like glides right off. Yeah, we're just doing that. She also shakes more sooner. For her, I have to like go over and make sure she's like really wet. Like I said, like really prevent her from being wet. It's much easier if you have someone else, which I rarely So the difficulty is I have to coordinate to do this. Obviously when they need a bath, I have to coordinate when it's warm outside. My hair's dirty. And her, she lets out so much fur when she gets a bath. It's crucial. It helps cut down shedding. Hugo sheds too, but not as much. She might run the other way outside every time. So I held off as long as I could to do this particular rant on Amazon Prime Now, but I just can't help it. So you guys know that Hugo's been having trouble eating. Not trouble eating, but you know, with the chemo, his appetite is like not there. Plus, I don't think he trusts me anymore what I'm giving him. So I was like, before I go and order food, other kinds of canned food. Ideally, you're not supposed to change your dog's diet abruptly. It can cause stomach upset. But, can you see, if he wants to eat an entire jar of peanut butter, I think I would give him an entire jar of peanut butter. But I would like to try some other stuff first, you know? It's super important for him to be eating, you know? And I've realized that his appetite has decreased because he's no longer on prednisone. Because, you know, like I mentioned, it was diminishing dose. And he's not going to be on prednisone again until the doctor says, like, until he like needs it as a part of his protocol. So that's why his appetite has not been that great. He did eat a bunch like later on. It's just like he's not just like eating like crazy in one shot. It's just like a long process. So I basically have to be like a referee to make sure that Luna doesn't eat his food because he needs it. So I went on Amazon Prime Now and they actually had a few options for like a loose can, so just one can. So I got a few of them, and then I also ordered pill pockets, which I've never had the need for. I've seen them used at vets' offices. They work great, but I've just always had dogs that I could trick by like wrapping it in something. Hugo is too smart for that, so we're gonna try the pill pockets. And so I had placed an order to like overnight 3 bags of them, because that's the lowest amount that you could buy on Amazon, like, and get it overnighted. But then I saw that they had them on Amazon Prime Now, so I got a bag of that kind of for my overnight order, because that would suck, like to have 90 pill pockets and him not like them. So yeah, long story short, the order arrives. There's a reason why I order Amazon Prime Now. It's because I don't want to leave my house. I don't want to deal with people. I don't want to interact. If I wanted to do all those things, I would just go to the store, right? So I always check the box that says leave at the door. So in my mind, leave at the door means leave at the freaking door. I don't need you to knock. I don't need you to tell me it's here. Just leave it at the freaking door and we're good. Every single time they knock. And you know what? I'm okay with like a one knock, like courtesy, like UPS will sometimes be like, UPS, and then they leave. But no, every single time I get stuck with these people that to them, leave at the door means leave at the door and then knock 37 times. Like they'll knock and wait and knock and wait. And my dogs are literally barking, freaking out. And it's like for me, especially if you see dogs like literally having a panic attack because you're at the door, just walk away. It's like the Jehovah's Witness that come on Saturdays. It's like, you're agitating my dogs, like you're not gonna make way with me. Like you're not gonna make way with me because you're agitating my dogs to the point that they might have a heart attack. Like, who does that? Who just stands there, watches dogs get agitated and just keeps knocking? Like no, like your cause is not that important. Just like you alerting me of my delivery is not important, because guess what? The moment you mark it as delivered, I get a text message. Sometimes these, you know, adamant people, you know, not only do they knock a bunch of times, they start calling. And of course, I don't answer the door and I don't respond to the phone call because it says leave at the door. I don't want to interact with people. It's been so annoying at times, like the amount of time they'll spend there, that I've almost called Amazon to complain, because why check the box leave at the door if they're not just gonna leave it at the door and they're gonna knock and knock and knock and knock. Like I said, one courtesy knock, that's fine. It makes me crazy. It makes me crazy. Like, what is the point of me checking that box? Or maybe I should start opening the door. I said, do me a favor, can you check my order and see if it says leave at the door? Yeah, it does say leave at the door, so can you just leave it at the frickin' door? But it's never the same person, so it wouldn't make a difference. Like my UPS guy, it's the same guy every time, but he doesn't do that. He just leaves it at the door. The only time they knock is if they need a signature. I feel good to get that off my chest. All right, so I just went to my grandmother's house to eat, and now I'm back home. So, one of the things I was most excited about to get the dogs bathed, other than the fact that they were a little stinky, was the new collars that I told you guys I got. So, usually I like to put new collars on them when I bathe them. It's not every time, it depends on how frequently they've been bathed, but these collars are definitely raggedy. So, I moved their little charms and the rabies tag onto the new collars, and then I put the new collars onto them. So that's what I'm going to do now. Come here, Hugo. Come on. Come here, Hugo. Come here, Hugo. We did this already and I wasn't filming it. Come on. Move everything to you. The sizing on these have changed. Yep, I think they have. It's gonna be a little loose, buddy. Okay, now Luna. I had to put her in the crate because she was like wanting his so bad. So hers, I know we're gonna have to loosen, look at this, we're gonna have to loosen this one all the way. Ever since she was younger, I always got her the medium size because I just thought it like, the skinnier one looked more girly, more dainty. A little more. We both think that we're going for a walk. A little more. Show them how pretty you are. So I've had a very, very productive day. I've done so much laundry. I've changed the sheets in my bed, bathed the dogs. It's been a good productive day, which is good because I leave in a few days and I need to like start the packing process and I have no idea what I'm bringing with me. Thankfully, it's a very, very short trip. Very, very short trip. So that's what I've been up to. So I got the pill packets. I think my plan is I'm gonna give him one without the pill in it. Probably shouldn't have painted my nails before I did this. So they look like this. If you've never seen them before, they look like this. They have a little hole, you put the pill in it. And I cut this into 4s and it doesn't really fit it that well. These things are tiny. So the flavor I got is hickory. Hickory smoke flavor. It smells like jerky. He's totally gonna catch me. Yeah, these do not work that great. They're breaking. He's totally gonna catch me. Here you go. Come here. I can smell this hickory. You smell that hickory. Let's treat it like a treat. Come here. Because normally with a treat, it'll like basically swallow it whole. It smells so good. Sit. You have to get out of your bed to sit. Come on. It smells so good. Come on. Smells delicious. Come here. Sit. It's like one leg still in his bed. Oh. Okay, so he's chewing it, which is a bad sign. This is where the trust is lost. He's like, what the heck is that? Yep. He spit out the pill. I cannot with him. All right, let me get to this. Okay, so after the initial hiccup of him chewing it and finding it out, I'm surprised he took more from me, so I went ahead and put that same little pill in another one, and it happened one other time, but other than that, like, what I did is I just kept handing it to them, so he was like in a rush to get the next one, so like he wasn't like paying attention to what he was doing. I don't know, these things work, so I'm gonna go order some more. I might order some more so that there's plenty, because I know my mom, when she takes care of him this weekend, she's not gonna be able to like put it down his throat, so I wanna leave her stocked with all the tools. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night for this vlog, so I have a lot of footage to get through. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.